Three numbers, 6, 5, 13. They are the only three numbers that matter in this story. 6, Michael Jordan's championship rings. 5, the number of regular season MVP awards he won. 13, the number of All-Star selections he received. All of that was sitting in Madison Square Garden on June 19, 1984, waiting, 21 years old, and detonated, and the Portland Trail Blazers passed on it. This is not a story about stupidity. Portland's front office were not fools. Jack Ramsey was one of the most respected coaches. Stu Inman, the scout, was among the sharpest evaluators. This is a story about being completely rational, completely professional, and still making the most expensive mistake. The billion-dollar mistake wasn't a mistake. It was logic. Logic that cost them everything. This is the story of June 19, 1984, the day Portland chose correctly and paid for it for 4 years. Before he was the wrong pick, Sam Bowie was a prodigy, a 7'1" center with the shooting touch. He led Lebanon High School to state championships. He was the most coveted recruit and chose Kentucky. His freshman year, Bowie averaged 17 points, 9 rebounds, made the All-SEC team, and was named to the 1980 U.S. Olympic team. Then, walking across campus in August of 1981, he felt something in his left shin, stress fracture, left tibia, missed entire 1981-82 season, missed entire 1980-83 season, to full seasons, gone. But he came back. His senior year, he averaged 17.4 points, 9.2 rebounds, and 2.7 blocks. He led Kentucky to the Elite Eight. He was named an All-American. He looked completely healthy. He was the most complete big man I had ever seen come into the draft. Before the questions, Stu Inman. Portland held the second overall pick. Houston had already decided on Hakeem Olajuwon. Bowie flew to Portland. The Trail Blazers gave him a 7-hour physical. Bone scans, x-rays, stress tests, and then the mallet came out. The doctor tapped Sam Bowie's left tibia, the shin that had kept him out. Sam Bowie felt pain. I don't feel anything. I can still remember them taking a little mallet, and when they would hit me on my left tibia, I would tell them I don't feel anything, but deep down inside, it was hurting. Sam Bowie. He said he didn't feel anything. 23 years old. His family's financial future in the balance. A body that had already betrayed him twice. Dr. Cook's response. Even if Bowie had told the truth, it probably wouldn't have changed Portland's pick. Because Portland's pick was never really about Bowie's health. Portland's pick was about Portland's roster. The Portland Trail Blazers had won their only championship in 1977 with Bill Walton at center. They had Clyde Drexler and Jim Paxson. They did not need another guard. They needed a center, and a 7'1" center with passing ability had just told them he was 100% healthy. Jack Ramsey. I never seriously considered Michael Jordan. We needed a center. It made the most sense to select Sam Bowie. That is not the quote of a stupid man. That is the quote of a man solving a real problem. And then Michael Jordan went third. Pick 1, Hakeem Olajuwon. Pick 2, Sam Bowie. Pick 3, Michael Jordan. The Chicago Bulls take Michael Jordan. Third overall. Nobody in that room fully understood what had just happened. Because in 1984, Michael Jordan was not Michael Jordan yet. He was a very talented shooting guard out of North Carolina. He'd averaged 17.7 points as a junior. He was also .6. Not the player you build around in an era dominated by Sanders. The Bulls had almost not been in a position to draft Jordan. They debated trading the pick, but Rod Thorne, Chicago's general manager, saw something that didn't require a 7-hour physical. He was clearly the best player in the draft. I don't care what position he played. Rod Thorne. Thorne sighed in 1984. Portland saw center they needed. Both men were looking at the same draft. They were seeing completely different things. One of them was right in a way that would take the next decade to confirm. The 1984-85 NBA season. Rookie year for both. Portland's investment. Chicago's windfall. Portland, Bowie averaged 10 points and 8.6 rebounds. Solid. Promising. Chicago, Jordan averaged 28.2 points. Rookie of the year. Already a phenomenon. Year 1, Portland got something decent. Chicago got something they had never seen before. November 7, 1986, game against the Milwaukee Bucks. Bowie and teammate Jerome Kersey go for a rebound. They land at the same time. Sam Bowie's left tibia broke. The same left tibia the mallet had hit. They carried Bowie off the floor on a stretcher. I don't feel anything. That night, in a different city entirely, Michael Jordan scored 33 points. Let's look at this decade side by side. 1986 to 87, Bowie averages 16 points. Jordan averages 37 points. November 1986, Bowie's right tibia breaks. Season over. Jordan scores 63 points against the Celtics. 1991, Portland makes the finals with Clyde Drexler. They lose to Chicago in 5 games. They lose to Michael Jordan. Portland loses the 1991 finals to the player they passed on in 1984. Somewhere, a mallet taps a tibia. Sam Bowie played 10 seasons in the NBA with a titanium plate and 10 screws in his shin. He refused to stop. I have one huge regret. I wish I would have been more patient after my second fracture. But I've never been one to say why me. When healthy, Bowie was exactly what Portland thought they were getting. He just existed for 511 games instead of 1,000. And through all of it, his name became the punchline to a joke about someone else's genius. Not a person. A punchline. People forget that Sam Bowie had a real career. They just can't see it because Michael Jordan was standing next to it. He retired in 1995. He is clear-eyed about the lie he told, the mallet, the choice he made to protect his family. With Portland's pick a mistake? In 1984, they needed a center. They had a skilled 7'1" center who told them he was healthy. By every rational standard, Bowie was the correct pick. The mistake wasn't made on June 1, 1984. Portland made a rational decision with incomplete information. Sam Bowie lied to secure his family's future. Michael Jordan's greatness was not fully visible in June 1984. Greatness is almost never recognizable at the moment it exists. We see it in retrospect. Sam Bowie said, "I don't regret it. Because I gave everything I had." You can't ask a man for more than that. That is the sentence of a man who knows exactly who he was. "I don't feel anything," Portland said. "We need a center." They were right. History said, "You need a Jordan." History was also right. The tragedy is that both things had to be true at the same time. Hoop tales. Every game has a story. Some stories don't have a villain. Just two men, one moment, and a mallet hitting a bone.